Hello everyone and welcome back. This is a continued part of active passive voice in which we are going to discuss tense and voice and how can we convert each type of tense from active to passive. So without any delay, let us start the session. Here I want to tell you something. There are 12 forms of tenses. You must be knowing it. But there are 8 forms of tenses used in passive voice. The tenses of future continuous and perfect continuous tenses do not admit of passive voice. Means we cannot make passive voice of tenses future continuous, present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous and future perfect continuous. So, by reducing these 4 tenses, we are left with 8 form of tenses. Today, in this class, we are going to discuss the very first one, that is present indefinite tense. We will see the construction formulas and usage of active and passive. So, let us see this. In simple present or present indefinite tense, active voice comes in this form, that is subject, verb plus object. Here, when we convert it into passive voice, it will be like subject plus is, am or are depending on the subject, then third form of verb plus by and object. You must be thinking that I have written in blue that subject in objective case and with object I have written subjective case. As I already told you in my previous video that this object from the active voice will become the subject of the passive. The purpose of writing this objective case is I want to show that object in the active one is now a subject. And similarly, here, the subject in the active one is now acting as object. So, these are the constructional parts of the sentences. Let us try to understand the difference and usage with the help of examples here. So, here we go. The first one is mother cooks the food. In the beginning, I'll be using very, simple examples. When you will be very sure and very clear about the tenses and usage, we will use some exceptional cases also. So, here is mother cooks the food. This sentence is in simple present. You can see mother is doing something, means mother is cooking the food, so mother is subject. Verb is cooks, because she is cooking the food, means we are talking about some cooking, so verb. And the food is acting as object, right? Now, as how I have seen in the constructional part that subject in active becomes object in the passive. The passive sentence will be the food is cooked by the mother. Here you can see very clear that object is now the subject. Okay. Is helping verb and cooked is third form of verb cook. Then comes by and here comes mother. That means the subject in the active is now the object in the passive. You can see the food is cooked by mother. I have written in blue that the food is a subject now. And because of course the food is object in active case, here it becomes the subject. And I have used is. Is a helping verb, is am, are, was, were, we will be using them according to the noun and the tense we are using. They all are the forms of helping verb be. So this is very easy to understand that how the places are exchanged, right? Let us see one more examples and the thing will be clear. She calls Rimpy. Here, she is a subject, calls is a verb, and Rimpy is acting as an object. Now, according to the construction, we should convert this object into the subject and this subject into the object. See, Rimpy is called by her. This is passive. Rimpy, which was an object in active, is now the subject of passive sentence. Because Rimpy is a singular noun, we are using is as a helping verb. Called is a third form of verb call. By is a part and then her. This she becomes her in objective case. So she calls Rimpy will give you in passive Rimpy is called by her. So guys, this was a simple present tense and how can we convert a simple present tense from active to passive or passive to active. Now you can practice a lot of sentences according to your convenience and your understanding. So this was it for today. Keep watching, keep learning.